Well, hello everyone, and welcome yourselves back on in to Farthest Frontier. Well, that's annoying. I just popped up saving. I hope you're all well and having a great day. Here we are. I've let it play a little bit just to get rid of those raiders. If you've watched the last episode, the ones that were stood there, they decided to come in and we actually got attacked by 70 extra horsemen from down here, which was a bit of a surprise, and they managed to break through and kill both of these towers, but our soldiers dealt with them. And just to give you a bit of a concept of what we've been doing, I've just been trading in, and that's pretty much it, but trying to get stuff going. So I've got, we've basically needed to replenish some soldiers and upgrade that. So I've bought in, basically, trader number 1 was selling sand, and I bought every piece that he had. So we've got really good amounts of that again, and we're just waiting on a bunch of stone. So I'm hoping a trader comes in this year with stone in mind. I've added in 2 new composters, which was a good shout. I agree with that. So we can help with our fertility. And I've reduced slightly the amount of greens that we're growing because it's leeks and cabbages way too much. And instead doing root vegetables because root vegetables can be pickled. So that is the play we're going for. The next step is going to be probably to produce more flour. I bought a bunch in and we are going to get the bakeries pumping out a bit more. At the moment, they're doing pretty well. It's just having enough flour from it. I think they're fine. As you can see, that idle time, we definitely don't need more bakers. We've got 43% idle time in here and a 39% idle time in here. So it's basically down to a efficiency thing of actually having more flour. We have a good amount of wheat coming. What I'm going to do is gradually go through getting rid of some of these, so I don't need leek as much anymore. We're going to go down the route of basically upping the amount we get in. I'm keeping the one thing like that. That's fine. Got a harvest of wheat. That looks good. Wheat, leeks. Let's have a double wheat. And what we're going to do is mill up now. So I'm going to get in one more mill for our food production. So we'll get this over here as well. And then that's going to take a little while because we don't have the stone, or I think just the stone actually. And yeah, we'll get that pumping as well. And soldier-wise, we've got, firstly, this barracks now on 24 of 24 heavies. We've just got to wait for the weapons and armor to be created, but they are shielded and sworded as at a minimum. The next 4, we have the same. We've got 14 heavy infantry, and I've also recruited 6 pikemen to deal with horsemen a little bit better. These guys are battering the horsemen, to be fair anyway, so it isn't too bad, and that's fine. And then we've got 4 cavalry and 12 crossbowmen at the moment. So I can max this one out as well if I wanted to, but for now that's good. Got plenty of population, so labour numbers are looking good, build numbers are good. So to be fair, actually, it might be worth just getting in a few more archers here. Let's go ahead and get 6 more. Takes us to 18. We've got the resources to accommodate them anyway. Got plenty of crossbows and arrows, so that's fine. And everything else is good. Got plenty of spices and stuff. So yeah, we'll just work on getting the food, the non-spoilage foods up, because we've actually just lost a bunch of greens through spoilage. It's just a big waste. So I'll start just baking up more pastries and bread, I think, from the flour, and that should distribute a little bit better, and we'll be good. The other thing is we could start spamming out foragers to collect, and we would get a good amount from them as well. There's some pretty good spots. I don't need medicinal stuff, but like over here, there's a little bit more greens. Not sure it's ideal, though, in all fairness, so I don't know. Oh, what I will also do is get a temp housing just by this one as well. That makes a lot of sense by getting that. And then over here, I have tried to continue the flattening. It's very tricky. I'm having a hard time doing it, if I'm honest. I'm going to move this one up, though. Up and over. Let's get it up there. And then I can continue flattening this part here. Been working on this strip. Next one over. Been working on this strip here. Just bringing that down a little bit more level. Using that high ground to make this low ground slightly higher. Just a little bit tricky to keep it going. But yeah, you got to do a couple at a time, and then you flatten this bit afterwards, which I'll wait for those to finish. As you can see, it is raised. We've just got to raise it up a bit more. But yeah, it's fine. I'm not too concerned anyway. I'm using my soldiers to fight now anyway, so it isn't too much of a problem. Oh yeah, and I placed down another foundry as well for iron. So we're going to get this one in once we've got these rebuilt. So we've got 4 more stone to go in there. I did put in a bunch more honey collectors down this way, which have all been built as well. So the rest of the stone, which should be going up quite well now, will go into these. So these will be built momentarily as well. And we shouldn't be due an attack for a couple of years, so I'm okay with that. And we can see the delights of the extra charcoal people now. So we got 8 in total in charcoal kilns plus the other one. So we're looking pretty good there. And our chicken coops are all full now almost. We've got this one at 18. So next year this one's full again. So we're just a bit of waste management really. I think it's going to go a long way. And actually it's something I overlooked considerably. So I may even just pop 2 more in over here as well, just to accommodate clearing these guys out. It's quite far from the housing estate, so I've got to factor that in as well. And then all of our buildings over here are going to get the upgrade as well. And I think we're okay to start these benches. I want to just finish this off today, this section. Got more than enough time to do so. So I'm going to be pragmatic, but also at the same time just hammer them out, so it's fine. We'll start with these guys there. Once they're done, we'll go out and do this bit. So I think I'll start placing the benches anyway, though, on this section down here. So haven't quite decided on what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to have benches like this. Then we're going to go for the straight ones in the gaps, like so. And then in the middle, we are going to go for... I wanted to decorate inside. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I don't like the shrubberies because you can't upgrade them. I feel like an urn or 2 in the middle, but facing them that way would be perfect. So that's a big build there. That's a lot more stone that we need to do. I'm going to make sure they prioritize these 2 with the stone first so we can get those done. And then they do this bit afterwards. There's a lot to do there. So I'll do a similar thing outside this one as well. And then we'll pave the rest of it, I think. And let's see how many. We've got plenty of bricks, so I should be able to go through upgrading this as well. We'll do one side at a time and get that going. And then we've got crops ready for assignment on the new farm. Lovely. Right, let's get you going. They might be able to finish that. And then this year is going to be 3. We may need a 4th, and then we can go into the goodies. So I'm going to get carrots. And to be fair, that might be as far as the year goes on that one, and then we'll be okay. We'll let that do its thing. And then in here, we should be able to go ahead and get something else. So let's take a look at what we want to do. So I don't want the greens, so to speak. We've got so many beans as well. I think we want to focus primarily on the root veg. I might try and keep this one manually up. So you can do something like that with the turnips. They've got 5 out of 10 heat tolerance, so we'll leave that. And then we'll come back to it eventually once the weed levels are down. There we go. Towers are back in place. The problem with the towers breaking is we end up with no weaponry. They've got the crude weapons at least to stop the indicators. So that's fine. They've got the crossbows. And these guys did knock this one down, but it managed to do so much damage to them with just the one tower. So it was interesting. If we walled this off, it would have wiped them out probably. But yeah, the attacks are getting bigger anyway. So you can see you're getting that nice jagged edge that is coming in. So they shouldn't be able to run directly up at this, which is fine. And then if I can get that down there, we should be good. Definitely raised nicely there, look. So we just need to complete it so it is too rough for them to come at. As you can see now, pretty much every house is done bar these ones down here. So just need to work on these couple here. We're really good on population either way. So what are we missing? Let's get a bit of an urn and a garden over here. I think it's okay to have a couple. And then maybe, I think you're good, aren't you? Let's get one in there. Plus the urn in there. And obviously the theatre is looking fantastic, all upgraded, as you can see there. In all its glory, this area is going to be so good once it's done. Look at these new benches. It looks so nice. And the one side has been upgraded here as well, so let's get the next focus going. Bit of a faff to click them, I won't lie to you. And there we go, the last bit of these guys going in now as well. So we did get there eventually. Yeah, this is... They seem to be spawning now this way pretty much every time. So this is the area where we can bring all of the soldiers now. Just stand them here and kind of fight in this bit as they stream through. They don't stand a chance. Now I'm going to continue down on the river to see if there's any more that we can harvest along it. So we've been grabbing some that we can get down here. We've pretty much taken all the ones we can see. There isn't too many. We can go for a bit of a stomp and get them going this way. It's surprising, actually, we're not seeing any big lumps of rock in the mountainous region, which is a shame. More often than not, you can get them. Yeah, there's loads over here. It's typical, isn't it? But yeah, I could go and deal with that raider camp and then go and farm it all, but That's looking good, though. It's looking nice and jagged. I'm going to keep going, though. Let's grab that one. And then I'm slowly going to bring the other section down. Or up, sorry, from that one. Much easier to see in the winter, but yeah, that's good. Ideally, you'd love it like that, right? But this one's still good. It gets a good buff. So if they come at this, if they come down this way, it's plus 18. It's pretty much 2 arrows on semi-armored troops, so not bad at all. All right, first bit. So the last slot's just going in there as well. Let's go ahead and get these benches done. So quite a bit of me just fiddling around getting these. There's no upgrade all kind of tool. Maybe that'll come eventually. But it's fine. I don't mind. We're waiting on stuff anyway, so... But yeah, that looks really good. I love this. I'm really happy with how it looks, actually. I'm going to pave around the back. I don't know how much do they cost. They're 10 stones. We can't quite do that yet. But all of this is going to be paved, essentially. And then we'll just get some basic benches again out the front. We may need to... I think I'll do a repeat of this, actually. I feel like that has less space. It does, because this building is actually one thicker. So, based on that, I think the guild hall needs to move back one. Yeah, let's move the guild hall back one then, so the front is in line with that. And then we should be able to go ahead and get the 2 urns in. This actually reaches these houses. This one could be a little bit different, so we might just want the one. I'll do the benches first. It's hard to judge. I don't want to get it wrong. And typical, it looks like we're out of heavy tools to even produce iron at the moment, which sucks. So we're going to need to buy them in. I think... Are they making it? Ah, that really is annoying. Right, let's turn this down a little bit. Let's turn that off. And let's make sure we're only making heavy tools at the moment. I might... To be fair, the ratio should be highest on that. So when they run out of heavies... Problem is, I don't think we've got the iron. Yeah, because it's typical that it runs out in the one building that can't quite use it, right? Take that one out of there and pause that a second. And let's make sure this gets one. Go and get it, guys. I think they're going to get it now. You can see them over there going to grab that heavy tool. That's perfect. What I'll do is make sure I'll keep a closer eye on that so we don't run out of them. It's a little tip though, guys. If you ever do have that problem, just pause it in one of them and they'll go and grab it. And there we go. We can start smelting again. We haven't had a problem with iron at all. Although we do need to factor in that they are going to run out eventually. As you can see, we've got the 2 iron pits here. Not even maxed, by the way. Still 10,000 there, so we're fine. We do have the infinite one if we ever do run out. And obviously, might be worth, with the amount of people we have, just chucking in a bit of a gold mine, actually. Although it's pretty costly to build, isn't it? That's another heavy tool, but I think it could work. So let's go ahead and just kind of casually get this in when it's ready. That's fine. And we'll just start farming in our own gold, actually. We'll need to start smelting it, but that's fine. I'll set the second foundry here, which we're going to max stock, by the way. We're going to have that one 1-to-1 with gold, and then we're going to upgrade it. So we're going to get the iron in. You should see it coming. Perfect. We'll get those heavies going again. And if I can buy them, I will. Like I say, there we go. That's perfect. Let's buy a couple in. Let's buy 5. We don't have to worry about them. And then go back to smelting the other stuff. I would buy that heavy armor, but that is at a crazy rate that I do not want to buy. I will buffer some of this, though. So I will go with you. And then we'll transfer in a little bit more gold. We're making good amounts, so I'm okay with that. And actually, is there anything we want to sell? I think there's a good bit of soap that we could probably go ahead and send out. I've been slacking on topping these up, actually, so let's make sure we are. Here's a fine one there. Part of me wants to get in another charcoal kiln. It is slowing us down on most things, so I think it would be sensible. Can't see. Right, let's get another one. Not you. I need a charcoal kiln. Let's go ahead and just plonk it down here. So that's 50 stone, though, man. Damn, I want to be decorating. It's looking good, though. Look at that coming in. Obviously, those trees are in the way, but that is fine. Let's go ahead and upgrade these ones. You'll see quickly that decorating really does start to cost a bit of a fortune. It really does. Like, it is such a costly bit of fun if you want to do it, but it's definitely worth it. Adds so much to it. We've got really far in just 44 years, by the way. I've played upwards to 100 years sometimes, and our population is booming because of the tier 5s and stuff. So it is pretty crazy how quick you can get things going now. Let's get these final houses up. And then let's have a quick look at the radius here. Okay, so we're going to get in a few more. So let's just factor in that we do have a bit of space across here. Let's go with a bit of a gap. And then let's get 2 in there as well. And that should be more than enough. And then I can fit a couple more down here actually as well. That's looking really good. Definitely takes us to 1,000. Let's sell these before he goes. And then let's see what the next trade... Oh, sand again. Sand again. I'm probably going to buy that. Let's see what else there is first before we commit. Yeah, it makes sense. They've got baskets that they want to buy as well. So we'll go and spend every penny on that. So we'll top up sand once again. We got very lucky. That's the first time I've had it 2 years in a row with a bunch of sand. So it's really good. No weaponry though. That's such a shame that it's such a high rate. I am not paying that for it. The only thing is to check in to make sure they are kind of gearing up. I'm seeing plate mail getting on them, which is good. So it's definitely working either way. And we've got the extra smelters now, so I'm okay with that. And then gold will start to come in once we get those thingies built. Let's check in. All right, it's going to take them a bit of time. Hoping for a third trader's coming in. I'm hoping they're going to buy beer. I'm just looking at food storage too. We may need... Did I not upgrade one of them? Brick root cellar. The warehouses are okay. Brick root cellars are okay, so we're fine. Just spoilage. Yeah, it's beans. We probably need to switch them up again, but can't do it yet. This is frustrating. I don't need spices anyway, so we're good. I think we're... Let me just check in. I'm pretty sure that we're getting wheat this year. Yeah, we're getting a good amount, so we don't need to buy any of that in. That is fine. Is there anything we want to sell to him? Not so much. It would have been nice to get some weapons out of him, but there's some pickled reserves. But we are down to about 5k, 6k in the coffers, so I've got to be careful. Don't want to overspend. Just checking in on the fields. They're looking really good, actually. Fertility is going up with the extra people in. What's the issue here? Wheat and rye. Okay, not good. And then we've got wheat, carrots, buckwheat. Wheat, carrots. Probably need to get rid of this then. We'll keep that one in. Wheat, carrots, buckwheat. Let's go with, did I say rye? Wheat, carrots, buckwheat, and then wheat and rye. I'm not sure if it's going to... Buckwheat. That's frustrating. So this one here, we need to go with something else. I'm actually going to start changing these up too, because we're getting way too many beans in. Might be worth us getting a hay or something in, just to feed the animals with, and then the wheat can be ours, right? That makes sense. And then we'll just get a rye in there. We should be good on that year. Food still isn't too much of a problem anyway. We've got up loads population, but it still hovers like 3, 4, 5 months. A lot of it's just dealing with the spoilage. Looks like the last bench is going in. I actually want to go ahead and try and remove these so we can actually see what we've made, because I know when we pave it, it'll be okay. We've got 52, so maybe we can get some more of the paving in. Let's focus up. Let's start squeezing this in. Let's do one side at a time. There we go. So much stone. What's that? Another 60 or 50 stone. Pretty much all of it gone. And let's get this one maxed out. Let's see how much coal they can make now this is in. And then we may need to consider the firewood splitters. I think they're turning off anyway. So what we want to do is probably change this now to 200. So the production goes back up. And then we are in the good, I think. It looks like minus 70, it said, for the month. So that's good. I think we have the right amount with that extra still in. And that's with it turned off, the minus 70. So looks good. Okay, just some iron going in there, so it's got everything it needs. What are we waiting? We are literally waiting on the iron. This might be now with the 2 where we need to consider the deep iron mine. We have enough people to do it, but deep stuff obviously costs the heavy tools, so we do need to be careful. All right, this zone over here is a little bit bigger, wider, because the building's wider, so I'm going to match it to it so it doesn't look weird. And we have basically this right here. So I'm going all the way, leaving the paving at the front, but I am going to bench 3 lots in here. This essentially is going to be the full zone. So the last one's going in there. Then we have 3 squares instead of 2, which is fine. I'm going to go with an urn. And then the small gardens. I want these to probably be the same. which they are. Lucky us. So that is this front bit done. And we're paving, and it's going to cost us a fortune on stone. And I think we probably want to consider then some flax on one of these. Have we got flax coming in this year? Let's have a quick look. Might change that hay for flax. Let's do that. Got wheat next year. That looks okay. Alright, I've just flipped a few then. This looks like our new farm over here is actually looking pretty good. I'm going to leave that one. We'll go with the carrots. And then that one can go. And we'll chuck in, hopefully, another turnips in there. And then these three. So I think they're all finished now. This is looking good. We'll keep that one, as I say. This is going to be... What do I want to get? I think buckwheat would be sensible. Hold on, let me just check. Buckwheat is heat tolerance, so we'll probably go this end. And then over here we'll go 4. I'm just thinking what we want to do. Got to be careful of fertility. That's the only problem. Let's do that. And then it would make sense to squeeze that in there, I think. We'll leave that one for now, and we'll get this going. Carrots, again, frost tolerance, so might be worth... Let me see. I'm going to add a bit of clay to this one and bring that across. And then we'll go that plus that. Cool. Looking good. And then we should have some flax next year as well. I think we've got enough clothes to last us anyway. Yeah, we're fine. Probably turn this mill back on now. That's probably for the best, isn't it? Let's allow that back in. We'll spin up and start milling again. We've got 5,300, so let's get the bakeries going. Let's get the bread and pastries firing, baby. And what we should probably do is get them on a 50-50 with both. So, not the mansion. Let's go the bakery here. Let's get them on a 2-2, so the pastries can keep coming in. What have I set these again? Let's actually keep those within the 100 to 200 mark where possible, and same with the bread, because you get a lot of bang for your buck out of the pastries, actually. All right, I'm just going to take a quick flick through the compost. So this episode's been purely about trying to fix everything, right? Just to make sure we're good. That one has space. Looking good. That one's pretty full. Just make sure there is enough composting. So the new ones are doing a good job as well. I think we have enough at the moment then. And our fishy wishies. We need more, really. They're a bit rubbish how quick they run out on such a big lake. I did move some over, and I probably need to readjust them, actually. That one looks fine. Yeah, this one here needs a bit of adjustment. Let's get you on that section. That's pretty much it. I think we need to wait for the fish to replenish over here, but it should be fine. I'm still waiting on 30 iron over here for the gold as well. Our gold reserves are going back up again anyway, so we're nice. Let's take a look. Just waiting on stone. So these ones almost done now. I could probably go ahead and continue. I'm just throwing them all in. They're getting them done. It's the winter though, so they don't work as much. Keep that in mind. I don't know whether to go with trees down there, actually. I think that might be better. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to flip it out now, and we are going to continue the trees along here. All the way across, and I'll do the same on this end. I think it'll look nice once they're all done. So we'll have more of the same trees going as they cut those other ones down. And it kind of covers it, encompasses it. It look really nice. And I think once these are upgraded in the middle, like this one here, which again only costs bricks and money, once they're normally paved, we'll get those ones going. An absolute nightmare to select them all, though. And there we go. A whole bunch of them being upgraded. I won't spend too many. That's 5 bricks a pop as well, and obviously our money. And let's see what the merchants have. Hoping for the raw resources again. That would be fantastic. Beer. I might sell that off because we're making quite a lot. Doesn't even have that much money. Oh, my God. Okay, what have you got that we can take? Let's take some of your pelts. Just to make a bit of cash. And then let's sell you back all of the beer. And then let's start transferring a bunch more in. I don't want my soldiers getting drunk. They have been killing each other a little bit, so we've got to be careful. And then that's all he's got for us. I don't think there's anything else. There could be a bit of meat. We're going to get our butchery on in a minute anyway. And we've still got loads in stock of the smoked, so we're fine. And come on. What are we waiting on here? That looks good. Most raw resources, just iron. This is good. Coal is coming up still. Checking on the honey. I think we may need to continue putting more of those in, but they cost stone at the moment, and that's okay. I can just reduce beer production. So at the moment, we do have quite a lot doing it. Let's take that down by 2. Let's just have 3 people brewing beer, which is obviously wheat again. And let's check in on our soldiers, see how they're doing with their armor as well. So it's been a while. I'm still impressed by the FPS. It's much better than it was before still. Looks like heavy weapons are almost done on that one. That's looking good. How are you guys doing? There's the odd one with the armor. That's good. Pikemen, how are you guys doing? It's weird because the pikemen have the same weapon and armor as the swordsman, but apparently are better against the horsemen. Don't know. And there we go. Livestock all born now. So we should see. There we go. We're getting meat from now the 3rd chicken coop. Next thing we can do for food. We're all just drunk. First thing in the season there. All of the farmers just completely intoxicated because they were waiting on stuff to do. I might get another barn in. I think that's a good idea. I'm going to be overcrowding this, but I really don't care at this point. Like, it's quite funny. What I might do, though, is bring the... basically bring the fence down into this. So we'll encompass this kind of area. I think that's a better idea, maybe. So we'll get that barn in. And then we'll go like this. Bring it down to the river with a little gate or two in these guys. So they're all kind of intertwined with each other. And then I can strip these guys out afterwards. And we'll just transfer a couple of cows in slowly and start working on that. We've got more than enough population to work on everything, so we are fine. And a new traveling merchant. Okay, not going to sell the beer to you. This is looking good, though. I like. So what do we want to go with? They are selling cheese. What else? Not very often you see them buying crossbows, actually. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty cool. So let's sell some of those. There's some good money there. Not going to sell you the beer, though. He only has a bit of money, so we'll have to be careful. We'll probably buy the pelts again. They're pretty handy to keep buying in, I think, at the moment, because we have gone down in that number now, finally. I don't know whether an upgrade changed things, but we're going to make the money back either way from the crossbows, so I am fine with that. All right, just filling out all of those. We've got another trader on the go, and mine is out of ore. Which one is that? What? Why are you lying to me? All right, we're going to pause that on a second. I'm going to flatten that out. I think it just needs moving. Let's get this flattened a few times. That should fix the problem. And then let's go back to our traders now, because another one is here. All beer at 3 this year. A bit naff, really. That is looking spicy, though. Hello, armors. So we are going to spend them by 7. They've got weapons as well. Oh, it's too juicy to not buy. Let's get a few of those as well. This is going to make our life a lot easier. And then we can go back to making tools, to be honest. Not much. Oh, let's sell some of these. We have a stupid amount of these, and I don't think we're going to need this many. So let's sell those off as well, and we'll take a lot of that money back. Just wait for this gold to come in, and I'll get the heavy weapons. And 9 people, please do come in, and let me have 5. All right, we only had enough for 5. Wait for the gold and the goods, and we'll sell them. Glassware, boom, get gone. There we go. All that sold, that gives us a good amount. Again, I think it's probably better to buy the armor whilst it's reduced, if I'm honest. So I'll get 4 more of those. That gives us a good amount. And then weapons, I'll get 3 more. There we go. That's good. That means we have them ready for the next fight, I think. So pretty damn strong with those armies now. All right, guys, that's going to be where I end this one out, though. We've done well. We've fixed everything up. Nice little fire to end on there. We've got the food going. We've got lots of upgrades going. Hopefully next episode, this will be completely done. So I'm quite happy with that. As always, though, guys, thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate you. As always, if you could hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already, that is a massive help. As always, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.